Hello everyone, this is CEW here, back again with another episode, and today we're going to do an actual review of Hulk vs. Godzilla. Basically, just going over the episode and all, my thoughts about it, and apologies for doing this week or two after the fight. I was basically traveling, got sick for a week, and then just had to do life stuff. But I'm back and hope to do a reaction and all. And just start. This was a banger episode, probably top 5 even. And basically because of all missing all research it did, and just the basic idea of the matchup. Hulk for Godzilla have that same part of Saitama for Saitama or Pai, which is similar ideas, just great execution. And just to start off, this was a crazy matchup. G1 prediction blog could not do this fight because of the long history and similar build for his Discord. Just like the community reaction for this matchup was insane. Was getting like aggressive on each side, but basically Martin Media did a great job of it, and basically overall basically going hard on Team Hulk, but surprisingly some believed even for a stalemate, which is crazy. But we're just gonna go over as you can see, I tried to watch it but failed earlier, but couldn't do it. But we're just gonna do yep.
Standing 165 feet tall, at minimum, Koji smashes through skyscrapers with ease.
We'll get back to that Godzilla later, but we're just gonna start all over from the beginning. But this was still a great episode overall. Just gonna start over from the beginning. And as you can see here, the reception is surprisingly well. I'll just keep it out here, so that way it can go out. Yep. Animation was good, and the fight was good. It's definitely this quote. Yep. As you can see, the quotes are definitely one of the best highlights. I like it was a new change of place, and not only of like introduction to characters and all, and not only that, it showed how serious this fight was going to be in the end, how complicated it was, and bonus points to actually get like the characters or the creator's own words onto how powerful these characters were overall in their impact.
What is the Hulk? Is he
Crazy fact is, I actually did find a first issue of that Hulk thing, even though it's damaged and all. $18,000. That's still pretty good around my place.
Is he monster, or is he both? He's a mean green smashing machine, the angry son of the Gamma Bomb. A weapon designed by the greatest Gamma scientist of all, Dr. Robert Bruce Banner. But just before it went off, Bruce had to be a hero and save some dumb schmuck who was hanging around the test site. Damn it, Rick. That day, Bruce Banner
again does a great job of focusing on like its original sources, which is focusing on comic book. They really did a good job with like the comic book characters. Hulk is no exception. Probably one of their best ones.
Hulk, a pissed off giant who must be really glad Bruce wears the purple stretch fit. Standing 8 feet tall and stronger than 10 million men.
Yep.
The Hulk emerges when Banner's anger flares. Don't make him angry. You won't like him when he's angry. But it's even more complex than that. Banner suffers from dissociative identity disorder, with many different Hulks embodying alternate personalities. Like Joe Fixit, the original Grey Hulk. He's a cunning gangster and the only Hulk who's got that drip. The Devil Hulk is a violent, overprotective personality that Banner unintentionally manifested as a result of his father's abuse. Holy shit! Somebody actually drew this? But the Hulk everyone knows, the big guy, is known as...
Yep. As you can see here, the 4 research and all. I like how they went with all the personalities, both Bruce and Hulk. as the focusing on the alter, the many personalities from a World School, World War Hulk, and then puppies. Who doesn't like puppies?
As Savage Hulk. It seems he also developed from parental abuse, hence his childlike personality. Though I'd argue he's more clever than you'd expect.
Yep.
The angrier he is, the stronger he gets, with no limit.
Except for one, Bruce Banner. See, Banner's relationship with the Hulk is complicated.
Oh, they hate each other.
Mostly. Occasionally, they can come to an understanding. The alter best representing this would be the Professor Hulk, a balanced blend of Banner's brain and the Hulk's brawn.
The buffest nerd you'll ever meet. But what about when Bruce...
I'm trying to be quiet as I can with this because, like, I already been through this part, and again, I want to try to go through the episode, share my thoughts, but, like, the animation and all has been good with the graphics and all, went with the bio and all, and, like I said, just want to make this a fast episode.
takes a step back. If he isn't trying to restrain the Hulk...
As you can see, the powers, super speed and all, I like also the hinting, foreshadowing here of like how crazy the powers are and the overall winner with the super genius, intellect, and the immortality. Yeah, even the Battlecast said that Broly should not have won, but that's only because of like the writing was done and all, and like Immortal Hulk was still going, so they didn't know how crazy his like the green door was going to be, especially with the regeneration and all. But yeah, Broly was not going to win that. But it's still one of the flaws of like past episodes when like new comic book sources come out and all, and then completely screw with like the research and all. I mean, like there's a reason why Luffy has not appeared in a death battle, because especially with like Gear, imagine him doing like in year 2020 and all, and then years later Gear 5 appears.
What do you get?
The Green Scar.
Just happens.
Breaker.
Without Bruce's temperament, the Hulk's power and fury surges, mixing Savage's rising strength with the personality and cunning of a warlord. The Green Scar is no mere superhero. He's a king and a conqueror.
Hulk is strong enough to lift 150 billion tons of rock, jump from
Yep.
New Mexico to Florida.
As you can see, She-Hulk tried to help him but couldn't do nothing about it.
In a single bound and shake all the dimensions connected by the crossroads at once.
I didn't realize that, but like the vibration effect and all, like those are nice graphics and all, those are nice touches. Like the small details you don't think about, and like animating does help.
He was pinned down by the spear of Proxima Midnight, which holds the weight of a star, and was fine. And when we say World Breaker, we mean it. While sparring with Red She-Hulk, the two of them shattered a whole planet.
At one point, he was bound in chains forged from the essence of the first firmament, the manifestation of the first universe, which could bind eternity itself.
Yep,
Not even
the crazy
Galactus
part.
was capable of saving eternity alone, and the Hulk just broke it by himself.
Maybe Thor should rethink calling himself the strongest Avenger, especially since the Avengers first
Yeah, Thor vs. Vegeta was like the correction of like Broly vs. Hulk, but again, like no one's perfect and all, and like research and all, like did an awesome job with this research. Like this fight made up for Hulk and all, and show how crazy this was gonna be. I even wanted Godzilla to win. Like that's how show how crazy this is. But more on that later on Godzilla part.
Hulk on their own.
Speaking of Thor, the Hulk consistently battles on par with him, even when he held the Odin Force, with which he could command his hammer through infinite distances and match the power of Null, who killed countless Celestials. Even without it, Mjolnir can cross the universe in seconds.
Hulk tore a universe apart with just a clap. Good luck with that,
Yep.
Hammer Man. But the green guy's got way more going on than just brute strength.
As the Hulk's power stems from Gamma, he could utilize...
Yep, here comes the crazy feats. Defeated Abomination, Ada, Hercules, Juggernaut, Century, Thing, the Avengers, and Pod with Odin Force. Broke the first filament, like I said, and Apocalypse Element, escaped a dimension of 50 infinite density, that's crazy. overpowered form, shook all dimensions, tied the crossbow like crazy feats.
And absorb it and
Show how
radiation
powerful
in
it
various
is.
ways.
Comic book,
Yeah,
full
like
power.
regenerating from fatal wounds. Even getting ripped apart by Wolverine barely slows him down.
And the angrier he gets, the more regenerating cells his body produces.
It gets weirder. Did you know that if he absorbs enough gamma, he can shoot lasers from his eyes?
Yeah, here comes like the Toon Force counter abilities.
And read people's minds? Oh, also, he can see ghosts and give him a good old-fashioned Hulk smash.
Hulk can break through the boundaries of comic book borders themselves into the empty white between panels, a gutter space beyond time and concept.
What, like how?
And yeah, this is basically saying how Hulk is basically a counter to Toon Force users, which is crazy. And She-Hulk being one of them long before Gwenpool and them. Like, full-fledged awareness, it's crazy. And again, it's saying, well, Gwenpool orchestrated the situation. Hulk power did not alter or like was counter. He literally broke with his power 3 times the gutter space on his own. And again, in the comic book, Gwenpool is the only one who do that type of stuff, like changing the panels and all. And She-Hulk, as you can see here, can do that, and which is in the bio book. That's a nice touch. They went in the manual.
Can for some reason break the fourth
Also, don't like this
wall and
part.
talk to the reader?
Next part.
Oh, wait, that makes
No one liked the live action She-Hulk. But again, at least they got it from the handbook and all. It's still nice to back up sources, especially with like comic book She-Hulk
sense now. It's all
doing
gamma.
long before them.
In real life, gamma rays are electromagnetic radiation similar to X-rays.
But in Marvel Comics, gamma comes from hell.
On Earth 616, gamma radiation is an electromagnetic frequency that can manifest as either a wave, a particle, or something else. Something that nobody really understands.
Except for Bruce.
That's right.
Yep, epic foreshadowing.
Dr. Banner is a certified genius with 7 PhDs. According to Norman Osborn, he's the 4th smartest person on the planet.
And that's comparing him to big brains like Reed, Doom, and Tony.
Banner
I like how they also like focus on Marvel Rivals, since that's like the next big thing.
built the Herculoid
Great game.
synchrotron.
Excited for season
Scanned
4.
the entire multiverse with the speed of a hypermind. He created the Gamma Core, which could rupture space-time between universes. He built an interstellar radio on a deserted planet without any pre-established technology. He wired up Hulk like a starship, piloting him from the mindscape within. He even built an ultimate nullifier. In fact, the original intent of his Gamma Bomb was to be non-lethal, only targeting inorganic material.
But Thunderbolt Ross wanted something with a bit more boom. They can't blame him.
Fearing its ramifications, Banner developed the Gamma Bomb on his own, keeping its design secret. In the process, he tapped into an unknown form of gamma energy that breaks down reality and mutates it beyond actuality.
Yep.
On that fateful day, he opened the Green Door.
You know how we said the bomb killed Bruce?
Yeah, definitely one of like the best new power-ups given to a character, and like a good excuse. Probably one of the best excuses of explaining why your character keeps coming back.
That wasn't some flowery metaphor or whatever. He died and came back as Hulk.
Came back from the below place, the hell beneath hell, the lowest possible dimension of reality.
It's trippy, but whenever Hulk dies, he goes there. Then a green door opens and he goes back to where he was before. Easy as that. It doesn't matter if he's been atomized, sliced up into jars, or digested by werewolves. If he goes through the door, he's back, ready
Yep.
to...
And yeah, another reason why Broly wasn't gonna win, will not win now. But again, gamma mutants who are aware of regenerate faster. And again, Power Man, as you can see here, regenerated from being atomically shattered into nothing. So like a Toon character turned into nothing, came back instantly.
Rumble. The green door did get locked into a red door, but he's easily broken through it multiple times. Not a problem.
It turns out that third form
Yep.
of Gamma, this anomaly from the bedrock of hell, spawns from none other than the one below all. the dark side of the one above all.
That's right, God has a Hulk, and it wants Bruce to bring about the end of all things. But Hulk just said, nah.
So, what is the Hulk? An uncontrollable monster? A prison for a tortured soul? A
Yep.
super weapon for Armageddon?
Don't overthink it, Wiz. Hulk is Hulk, and Hulk's the strongest one there.
Even though that I wish that they brought back like the in TV, the quotes from like characters in shows, this was still a good ending to it, especially focusing on the comic book and again showing his quote. It's still good. As for Godzilla, it's a good one. Complicated, but it still is good.
The year was 1946. The press gathered at Bikini Atoll to witness the power of the nuclear bomb. But many leagues beneath their feet, something ancient stirred.
Godzilla, the king of the monsters. He was pretty pissed off over the worst wake-up ever, so he swam to Japan for one hell of a crash out.
Japan was still recovering from the war, so seeing this mutilated radioactive monster towering high like a mushroom cloud wasn't just frightening, it seemed prophetic. The bomb was just the beginning. Man had sparked the end of times.
Complete with googly eyes. And the most epic roar ever.
Yep. 100%.
Over the years, there have been many iterations of the beast.
Between movies, TV, comics, and cartoons, there's at least 27 different Godzillas stomping around. Not
A lot of Godzilla fans, even though they were upset about Godzilla losing, a lot of them did enjoy about like all versions of their favorite versions of Godzilla, especially the Hanna-Barbera. I did not know that Hanna-Barbera, the people who made like Scooby-Doo and all, made a TV show Godzilla. It's like small details like those are cool to know.
including Manila, the Scrappy-Doo of kaiju. Sorry, that's insulting to Scrappy-Doo.
Despite the variety, Godzilla is somewhat consistent.
This one a lot of people love too, with Godzilla background with Japanese version. Name of it, the hide and all, confirming that Ultimate or like Godzilla is getting his best form. Best parts Santa Claus and U.S. President in Looney Tunes. Like, facts are crazy. And again, question I have: would Godzilla be a resident of Japan or U.S.? Which is funny. Excuse me. Okay, sorry. Back to the thing. We still got, dang, still long.
Focusing on the larger releases. In most iterations, Godzilla is a rare theropod that went dormant for millions of years before nuclear bombs mutated it into a gargantuan radioactive monster.
Standing 165 feet tall at minimum,
Yep.
Godzilla smashes
He
through
gets larger.
skyscrapers with ease. He's so casual about bullets and rockets, they might as well be gnats. And the bombs did so much more than just pump up his size. He's got atomic breath.
A concentrated
Yep.
beam or spray of radioactive heat. With an estimated range of 1,100 miles, it can exceed 500,000 degrees Celsius, almost 90 times hotter than the surface of the sun.
But depending on how much radiation he's absorbed, or, life energy from a giant pterodactyl, he can do way more with it.
His
Yeah, it's
spiral
crazy.
ray is a supercharged version that doubles in heat and power, and spins.
Or he can blast it out of his back and fly. Well, he could always do that, I guess. Look at him go.
With enough energy built up, Godzilla can blast a nuclear pulse out of his
One of the best feats of Godzilla.
whole body, creating a massive wave of atomic destruction.
His breathing laser can even break through dimensions. Like when he found himself face to face with a giant mech, piloted by Hatsune Miku.
Oh man, similar to She-Hulk, like Hatsune Miku needs to be in a death battle. Like, she has so much crossover in it all media. It's just like you want to see how she would do in a fight. Maybe Hatsune Miku for this Barbie would be a cool idea. Maybe that's an idea.
There's also a number of
Alright, atomic breath. Yep, adapted evolution, impervious nature, energy absorption and conversion, flight, sort of, reality and casualty manipulation, regeneration, phased area magnetism. I did not know that. Small details.
Godzilla can fire rays from his tail.
And Hanna-Barbera Godzilla can fire rays
Yep.
from his eyes. Pew, pew.
Effectively a living nuclear reactor, Shin possesses a natural phased array radar that can detect and attack threats automatically. And Godzilla Earth, who grew over 1,000 feet tall across 2,000 years, could make a barrier only penetrable by kaiju that can bypass physics.
And don't forget, Big G can ball with the best of them. After Charles Barkley got him his own pair of Nikes, Godzilla got
His best
busy.
feet.
You know, it's kind of hard to emphasize just how impressively terrifying Godzilla can be when you're bringing up this sort of thing.
Oh yeah? Why don't you find a better spokesperson for Dr. Pepper? Fine, let's talk about when he's...
Yep, here comes his crazy feats. When not advertising commercials and all. Being friendly.
presence boiled the entire Arctic Ocean, or how he picked up and threw Biolante, which weighed 200,000 tons, or when he no-sold not one, not two, but 3 meteors.
Including the Permian period extinction event that happened about 200 million years ago.
Then he went to hell, fought some fucked up versions of God and Satan, and atomic breath that Space Godzilla so hard that he blew up the whole planet. That's scary enough for you?
Specifically, Godzilla defeated the God Demon guarding the gate out of hell. Do so, the Hellbats that devour Godzilla's flesh became his new flesh, implying Godzilla regeneration assembly them. Crazy.
With such awesome might, he's battled the most dangerous of foes, like King Ghidorah and Gigan. In Godzilla vs. Megalon, Gigan flew from the M Hunter Nebula to Earth in 24 seconds, and that nebula is 30,000.
Godzilla has fought Space Godzilla multiple times, who flew from black hole to Earth in a short span of time.
Light years away.
But sadly, OG Goji got done in by the cruelest weapon ever.
The Oxygen Destroyer. Developed in secret by Dr. Serizawa, this weapon could suffocate and liquefy molecules. The ramifications of such a weapon were so detrimental, Serizawa took the secrets of its design to his early grave.
He got lucky. It doesn't matter what you throw at Godzilla. He never really dies. You can blow up his head, explode him from the inside, or crush him in a black hole. Then he'll come back.
Or evolve into an even more powerful form. Godzilla's always possessed heightened adaptation, but many iterations clearly showcase instantaneous evolution.
And super forms! He's gone full shonen and powered up a few times. So much so, he almost kicked off a nuclear winter just by existing.
Even the Oxygen Destroyer could not permanently end the first Godzilla. His ghost possessed a robot, his bones summoned another Godzilla, and he rose as an undead revenant hell-bent on destroying Japan.
Okay, why Japan?
Yep.
Couldn't he pick on some other country?
He's stomped around the Americas a few times, but it just isn't the same. Godzilla is intrinsically linked with Japan, a symbol of both their devastation and resilience. A reminder of the threat of nuclear war and what awaits those who peer too deeply into the unknown. But also, Japan's in Godzilla's perceived territory. To him, a stomping through Osaka is...
Basically. And this is like... love. They basically analyzing the characters, especially Godzilla, about his primal nature as like a character, why he so beloved, and also why, like, understanding his understanding his character.
Just another patrol.
He's not always so bad though.
Yep, annihilates Earth with Space Godzilla, constantly matches see. So yeah, this was basically the beginning of like analyzing how he would, like, the movie version and all, he was not getting the TV crossovers and all. Well, like the crossovers and all with like Marvel and all, which is crazy. Tanked up busting in Final Wolves. So yeah, it's crazy. And defeated other mechas, kaijus.
Types of Godzillas: the monster of nature's wrath and the guardian of planet Earth.
Well, there is a third type, but to understand that, we should first answer a question. How does Godzilla walk?
On 2 legs, Wiz, obviously.
Here comes Ultimate.
According to Square Cube law, those legs should be crushed under his own weight.
Oh god, here we go again.
A creature like Godzilla cannot realistically exist. This proved to be an elusive question for decades, even highlighted in Shin Godzilla, until a new theory was presented in the anime Singular Point. If Godzilla can't exist in our reality, what if he's from a different one?
What? Like he's an alien from another dimension?
Exactly.
Yep.
What if all kaiju
Got the
come
Bill
from
Cipher
higher plane of
treatment.
existence with no regard for the known laws of physics? This dimension enters our reality in the form of archetype, a transtemporal conceptual particle.
It's that red dust that's floating all over the place.
This archetype can enter any timeline to terraform the Earth and all of reality
Yep.
so that kaiju can exist. This theoretically explains why various Godzillas appear in so many universes. They all trace back to one singular point: Godzilla Ultima.
Sporting the white
Yeah.
grin of a demonic Oni, Ultima is vicious. Just walking through Tokyo started 1,000 earthquakes around Japan. Even his own blood is a weapon.
Over 300 feet tall and growing ever more as archetype distorts the universe, Ultima's existence implies a far more complex origin for all Godzillas. Godzilla is a test.
Multiple timelines are referenced in the cards of each episode of Similar Point, implying a connection. The anime also references the 1954 ship attack, like in the original film. So yeah, this is basically showing how insane, where he's basically an entity.
For humanity, a challenge
Crazy.
laid out by an eldritch entity from a dimension we are incapable of perceiving or comprehending.
It's kind of like how when we move an object and its shadow changes, we get why that happened. But to someone who exists in only a 2D plane, the shadow looks like it just randomly transformed into something totally different. Crazy to think about. Come a really long way from Big Lizard Smash Building, huh?
This shadow, this wannabe god, desires to play with and destroy every single universe.
And Godzilla is its avatar.
Through Ultima, this entity sees
Yep.
the universe as an interactable fiction and can control causality. Ultima himself is a
This is where a lot of people thought Godzilla was going to win, because like he had the hexes and like similar Ghost Rider for the Spawn, that it is believed that Godzilla had the experience, the like hexes abilities and resistances to take out Hulk, but that did not turn.
one of many gateways
It's
through which
crazy.
the entity can tamper with
Does make
reality.
sense.
Think of it this way. If something happens that the entity doesn't like, it can just say, that thing didn't actually happen, and presto, it no longer happened.
That's not to say such an event can't happen in the moment of occurrence, but the entity disconnects cause and effect and nullifies events in retrospect without regard for time.
And
Yep.
now my head hurts. TLDR, Ultima tried to bring about a catastrophe that would end the universe in like a week's time. So, a wacky robot and a time-traveling Alexa used a supercomputer and this familiar-looking doohickey
The orthogonal diagonalizer.
to
Yep.
zap all of Archetype into its final form, cutting off the entity's connection to the universe.
But not killing it. Because while each Godzilla has its differences, one thing remains certain.
Godzilla is immortal, and that makes him the king.
So yeah, this one really both did, while it did foreshadow Hulk winning and all, it still did a great job in like analyzing how this fight was basically almost deadlocked to a stalemate, because both can shadow realities with mere thoughts. Both are basically immortal and are hard to kill, and both basically are so powerful time and space do not affect. And while Hulk is stronger and all, and can destroy, is basically stronger and all, with like the one with like Marvel scaring of like infinite more dimension planes and all, it still didn't matter, since like Godzilla Ultima basically is immeasurable as well. Like it didn't matter, like they basically have infinite power and all, it like was stalemated. It's crazy. Basically both of them are impossible to tell in a cutscene, but animation, as you can see, it is great. Definitely Devil Automat's best work. Brought back the old school of Godzilla and all, and just Hulk. like David vs. Goliath, this is definitely one of the best ones. Hope they bring this back in like other fights. And again, using like -1 and Marvel Rival Hulk for the models, it is very good. Especially the effects like showing the cause and explosion, it is good. Especially halfway. Oh, here comes the best part. And
Alright, Hulk, time for me to take over. We don't want
yeah, this is definitely the best part, using actual Bruce Banner as like a partner and all. This is something that a lot of people overlooked as a character, because like both of these guys work together. This wasn't even a factor I forgot, even though I enjoyed like watching the cartoons and all. Like this was a good small detail that became very important to the script. That made it very well executed and amazing. Good story. And a good reference -1 and all. Like, it is good. And the lighting. Oh, this is the best shot of like the fight. Just Hulk returning that thunderclap. Look at like the clouds and all being combusted and all. Like a lot of effort was good done with like the animation and all. Oh, especially this shot. The sneak peek did a great job not spoiling it and just showing small clips. Especially when Ultima got added. It is great. Yep, sneak attack. Yeah. The music is kind of nice too. Showed being dramatic. Werewolf Media did a good job. Oh, this is nice as well.
Days since the battle began, and the red dust is spreading. Godzilla has grown in size, but we believe we are.
Yep, death. Oh, here comes the meme.
well, smash.
Everyone was memeing about Hulk just smiling and all, but like I said, a lot of people enjoyed this episode, and like this episode really stand out.
1,000,000,000,000,000 to 1 and rising. That's the odds.
Yep.
Chance to nullify the madness behind the monster. 2 + 2 is 5. A right angle is 80 degrees. This
Yep.
element is beyond what we can perceive. Like gamma. 1,000 times.
Yep.
1,000,000. 1,000,000,000,000. I just need 1.
I wonder how, if Godzilla was gonna win, how they would kill them. But like Godzilla could do nothing. It is crazy. Oh, this is also good. The kill. That was a good shot.
You did it, big guy. We did it.
That was good. Like I said, this fight was amazing to watch. Definitely rewatchable for small details, especially in
Run
game.
this by me. What happened?
It's complicated, so
Yeah.
let's break this down into 3 categories.
Like I said, at the end of the day, the fact this was almost a tie, and came down to like Hulk's partner, Bruce. Like that was this makes it a great fight in the aftermath.
First up, most versions of Godzilla can shrug off black holes
Yep.
and extinction level events, tag beyond light speed foes.
And again, it says that comic book crossovers like Thor and Superman with like the Justice League and like kill the Marvel universe and all that recently come out, like none of it doesn't matter because like it doesn't match the main the movie or the main line of Godzilla,
Like Gigan, blow up
which
planes.
makes sense.
However,
It's similar to like episode 200 that's gonna go down.
the Hulk is beyond.
Foreshadowing.
The big guy clapped a universe to bits and shook the infinite dimensions linked to the crossroads. In a straight fight with a classic Godzilla, 616 Hulk smashes the power advantage.
But factoring in Ultima changes things. The entity sees all of space-time and can manipulate its results at a whim. No matter how strong the Hulk got, Ultima could potentially negate it.
But
Yep.
Hulk broke chains made of the first firmament, which could overwhelm eternity.
An abstract concept of a being.
Yep, and basically in the singular point, Hulk suggests that Ultima can lose by connecting it to the episode where it defeated, essentially manipulating meta narrative. This is one of the multiple methods physical combat with the event is similar to most option. So basically, no matter what, when it came to power and all, like Godzilla would be destroyed by Hulk and raw power if it's not for Ultimate, which basically Ultimate with immeasurable power and all makes it deadlock. Like this was
Entirely
interesting, good.
unlike Ultima's entity.
Even a small piece of the first firmament could break the multiverse. Plus, Hulk kept up with Odin Force Thor, who is also on a celestial level of power.
So the gap in power becomes nebulous. Still,
Yep.
as Hulk could remove Ultima from the equation, neither held a clear advantage in power and stats.
Especially when you look at their immortality.
This was practically a never-ending death loop. Even with their healing factors, both could
Yep.
technically kill each other, but then just come right back.
The green door instantly appears when Hulk goes to the below place, and the higher dimensional entity could always summon a replacement Godzilla avatar. So both Hulk and Godzilla could not stay dead.
Unless they could somehow prevent what was happening in those other dimensions.
Yep.
So let's examine the layers of their multiverses. Marvel's cosmos has infinite higher dimensions, which themselves are transcended by the astral plane, the superflow,
So basically, infinity multiplied.
and so on until you reach the House of Ideas, the domain of the one above all.
Since the one below all mirrors the one above all, the below place mirrors the House of Ideas. Get it?
In comparison, the cosmos of Godzilla's multiverse is just as vast and infinite,
Yep.
but does not have the same sort of transcending layers above and below. This means the below place, the Hulk's respawn point and source of power, is out of the entity's reach.
So the real question is, if they both can't die and Ultima's entity can't affect the below place, could Hulk some
And then it's saying Hulk broke a pentagram, an unbreakable contract of reality set by the eldest child, entity beyond existence, and older than one above all. Considering different scale cosmologies, this outclasses even the most terrible entity in singular point. Basically saying, confirming that even though that Ultima could kill Hulk, he sadly cannot permanently kill him or like disable the green door because it's like again infinity where out of reach. for him.
Mouse
Too
found the
powerful.
entity before it destroyed the universe.
Or
It
too
all comes
complex.
down to gamma and archetype.
Yep,
Ultima
the
was
big
defeated
one.
in the anime by using a trans-temporal superdimension calculator operating at infinite speeds to activate the orthogonal diagonalizer, turning archetype against itself.
Yep.
Ultima endlessly spews this stuff, so there's plenty to work with. And Hulk can reach into comic book gutter space, so he should be able to reach through a singular point. But that's not enough.
Fortunately for Hulk, it just so
Yep.
happens he knows someone who, like scientists who have defeated Godzilla in the past, is an expert on particles from a greater dimension that mutate reality beyond our understanding.
I like how also like Bruce Banner would be fit perfect in Godzilla because, as explained, that basically it came down. Godzilla was always defeated by using man's wits, which Bruce Banner is an expert at. No one expected Bruce Banner. Yep, finding the code of defined as an improbable in difficulty. Banner's intellect is comparable to Reed Richards, who solved complete problems mid-combat and even higher difficulty. So, like, mad respect.
Those particles that break space-time, like the diagonalizer, who made a supercomputer that scanned the infinite multiverse with the speed of a hypermind, like the dimension calculator. Hell, the guy made an interstellar radio out of sticks and stones in a matter of days, and even built an ultimate nullifier. It's like he was made for this.
The Green Door waits for no Hulk, including Banner. Even
Yep,
if Ultima
got
suggests-
briefly mutated from gamma radiation. It is possible Godzilla could appear in below place, but it would be out of, again, his reach and no longer usable. Hulk could still absorb.
If he destroyed the universe, the Door could deposit Banner in a different universe, and he could continue the fight.
He had all the time in the infinite multiverse.
There was only one way this could end, and only one person who could make it so.
Yep,
Even among gods and monsters, man was the ultimate weapon.
The
Yep.
winner is Bruce Banner.
added detail. Alright, here I cheered when this was confirmed, but Ruby versus Maka, let's go. It's probably obvious Ruby's not going up. I'm doing my first prediction ball, but this was still exciting. Some people are a little bit upset, but like Ruby for Maka made more sense and all. And like Luette's Cruz, shame not. I hope Torian makes a cameo or like animate a short fight and all. But like I'm still excited for this episode 200. This is actually gonna come out September 14th, I believe. Ideally, like should come out same as you can see Ruby. Because the Ruby preview came out, but it's gonna come out the same same weekend as like Demon Slayer comes out and officially like part 1 of Infinity Castle. With me, my brothers are gonna see it like opening like on the first showing. Excited for that. But overall, Hulk vs. Godzilla, great episode. I would say probably one of the top 5 because of how well scripted it was. Pacing was great from love of the characters. Added new ideas like the intro quotes from the creators. I believe that should come out more in the future. And again, the animation and all, and the reasoning was good. I love the twists and all, and like how extremely close. Like the fact that this came down to Bruce Banner. Like both of them deadlock and like mortality and all, and it came down to if Bruce Banner could solve the case and all. But that's it. Thank you for watching. I wish this was shorter, but again, this review, it was still amazing. I am doing a prediction for Ruby vs. Maka. Hopefully gets out this weekend, Saturday at best, but like doing my prediction and all, and adding the feats. Thankfully, I got done with the manga and all, which would be the main focus for Soul Eater, since the manga is like the main source and all. So, yeah, expect crazy things to be added for both to make it interesting. But see you again. Till then, see you. Hope you enjoy. Like, comment, subscribe. See you next time. Thank you. Stay awesome.